Emily loved Bella. Bella was her favorite doll. She had rosy cheeks, bright blue eyes, and a friendly smile stitched onto her face. Emily took Bella everywhere. They played in the garden, read stories, and even slept in the same bed. Bella was Emily's best friend. One sunny afternoon, Emily was playing tea party with Bella. She poured imaginary tea into tiny cups and pretended Bella was sipping politely. "This is fun, Bella," Emily giggled. Bella sat still, her painted eyes staring blankly ahead. Suddenly, Emily felt a chill. A soft whisper brushed against her ear. "He's coming," the voice seemed to say. Emily whipped her head around, searching for the source of the whisper, but there was no one there, except Bella. Emily shivered. Could Bella have spoken? She shook her head, trying to convince herself it was just her imagination. Emily tried to ignore the whisper. She went back to her tea party, forcing a smile, but the strange feeling wouldn't go away. Bella seemed different somehow. Her eyes seemed to follow Emily, and her smile seemed different. Later that night, Emily lay in bed. Bella nestled beside her. The curtains swayed gently in the breeze, casting dancing shadows on the wall. Emily felt uneasy. She wished she had never heard that whisper. Just as Emily was drifting off to sleep, she heard it again. This time it was clearer. The voice was faint, raspy, and very close. "He's coming for you," it hissed. Emily sat up, her heart pounding. She stared at Bella. The doll lay motionless, but Emily could have sworn she saw the lips move. Terror crept into Emily's mind. Emily couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. The whispers, Bella's strange behavior, it all felt connected. She decided to confide in her grandmother, who always had a way of making things better. Grandma listened patiently as Emily recounted the strange events. When she finished, Grandma smiled kindly. "Oh, Emily," she said, "it's just your imagination running wild. Dolls can't talk." But even as she said the words, Grandma's eyes flickered towards Bella. There was a strange look on her face, a mix of sadness and fear. Emily noticed it, and her stomach lurched. That night, Emily lay awake, staring at Bella. She had to know the truth. "Bella," she whispered, "what are you trying to tell me?" The doll remained silent, but then Emily felt it again, a cold spot in the air, a shiver down her spine. This time the whisper was inside her head. "He's here," it hissed. Section 4. Hiding from the truth. Emily shot up in bed, a scream caught in her throat. She knew, with chilling certainty, that Bella's whispers were real. Something was in her room, something evil. She scrambled out of bed and ran to her door, fumbling for the light switch. The room flooded with light, chasing away the shadows. Emily scanned the room, her heart racing. There was nothing there. She was safe, or was she? Emily's eyes fell on Bella, still perched on the bed. The doll's head was tilted at an unnatural angle, and its painted eyes seemed to glare at her with malice. Fear gripped Emily's chest, squeezing the air from her lungs. She couldn't stay in the room with Bella. Emily grabbed her pillow and blanket and ran to her grandmother's room, slamming the door shut behind her. Section 5. The Haunting Reality. Emily huddled under the blankets in her grandmother's bed, trying to forget the terror of the night. She told herself it was all a bad dream, a trick of her imagination, but deep down, she knew the truth was far more terrifying. Days turned into nights, and Emily avoided Bella. The doll remained locked away in her room, a constant haunting reminder of the whispers and the fear they instilled. But no matter how hard she tried to forget, Emily couldn't escape the feeling that something was watching her, waiting for the right moment to strike. One evening, Grandma was reading Emily a bedtime story. The familiar words and Grandma's soothing voice almost lulled Emily into a false sense of security. But then she saw it. A shadow moved in the hallway outside her grandmother's room, a tall, distorted figure with eyes that glowed an eerie red in the darkness. Emily gasped, her blood turning to ice. It was the figure from her nightmares, the Bella had warned her about, and it was here. Section 6. No Escape. Terror lent Emily a sudden burst of strength. She leaped from the bed, racing to the door. "Grandma, run!" she screamed, her voice hoarse with fear. But it was too late. The doorknob rattled violently, and the door flew open with a deafening crash. The shadow loomed in the doorway, its eyes burning into Emily's soul. Emily screamed again, a primal sound of pure terror. She backed away, her eyes darting around the room, searching for an escape. But there was none. They were trapped. The shadow advanced, its cold, dead hand reaching out for Emily. She closed her eyes, bracing for the inevitable. But then she heard it. Bella's voice, a raspy whisper that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. "He's mine now," it hissed. Emily opened her eyes just in time to see the shadow vanish, leaving behind only a faint trace of cold air and the lingering scent of decay. Emily was safe, for now. But as she stared at the empty doorway, a single terrifying thought echoed in her mind. Bella had saved her, but at what cost?